So I know many of you, some of you I have actually personally called, right? And many of you are here to have your career breakthrough. Many of you are here for promotion. You're here to clear your exam. And people are here to, have a financial freedom, financial independence. And, some of you are, you know, uh, want to quit 9 to 5 and, start your own business or side hustle or secondary source of income and thrive in your business, double the income, double the revenue of the business, change the job. So there are people across every walk of life. Yes or no? I got you, Harshika. Harshika, got that. And each one of you, whatever you're for here, you're going to get it. All right? And one request is I want you to fully participate. Can I take that promise from you? Can you give me that promise that you will be fully participating? Got it. All right. Okay, so let's start the session. What does success mean to you? What does success mean to each one of you? What does success mean to each one of you? You are here. I know, some of you must have seen my ad in the Facebook or Insta and, success for working professional business owners, relationship. So you're here, I'm sure. And I have spoken to you as well as I told you, right? Personally, I called a couple of people, right? So what does success mean to each one of you? Okay, financial freedom, it's a process. Got it. Tension-free life, Jyoti, I get that. Anything else for anybody? For anybody, okay, achieving goal, to live happy and healthy life. All right. What is your definition of success in your life? What will happen in your life that you can say it is worth the effort put in so far? Okay, peace and happiness, peace of mind, making my parents feel proud on me, freedom to choose how I spend my time. Okay, to live peacefully, that's really great. Yeah. To win yourself, to win myself, Rohan. Got that. That's brilliant, brilliant. Achieving our desired goal, got it. I want you to take a pen and paper and write down what is that one result you want to achieve in next 90 days. One result from any area of your life. So can one of you or can some of you tell me what are the different areas of life? What are the different areas of life? Health, relationship, money, career, spirituality. And in relationship, relationship with your spouse, kids, parents, sister, family, boss, colleagues. So what is that one result which is a desire for you, which is like a burning desire for you right now? Without achieving that, you're not at peace. What is that one result you want to achieve in next 90 days? Write down. Write down in the book or paper, whatever you have. Got it. Change of current job, Pankaj, got that. Now, put it in the chat as well, whatever you have written. I want you to be specific. You will slowly know why am I asking a very specific question. Why 90 days? We will discuss on that. You will slowly know that, right? As we progress in the webinar. So, change of current job, I got you, but from what to what and why are you changing? I mean, is it for the better position? Is it for better money? Okay, I just want relationship with my core values. Now, what happens when this is achieved for you, Aishwarya? What becomes possible in your life? See, I'll tell you why am I asking specific question, okay? Uh, you know, you can say that I need, happiness. What is that you want to achieve in next 90 days? Happiness, freedom. But is that quantifiable is the question. Can you quantify it? Say I go to my boss and I tell him that, you know what, sir, my client visit, my client meeting went on very well. They were also happy. I was also happy. I just covered all the slides which I had prepared in just, 15, 20 minutes and no question asked. It was so fantastic. And so the next question, what I get from him is, did you crack that customer or not? That's the quantifiable result. So if you be specific about what you want to achieve, that will really help me to deliver this webinar effectively. And you will start to see that the process will actually start. Second financial stability source, I got you, Jyoti. And how much is that you want to earn? Can you be specific about that? Achieving the target sale of 2 crores in a particular market by when? That's brilliant, Prasad. I really appreciate. By when? If you can put it, it'll be complete actually. Got that. Start freelancing to get money for small spends. Okay, so how much money and by when you're going to start? It should have a result and the time. Otherwise, it is just shooting in the air. Okay, when are you going to start the exercise? I think next year, maybe next year. Next year has 365 days. Which month? When? I mean, what does it take to be very specific? Can any of you tell me? Is there a difficulty in telling or you don't have a clarity? I mean, if you don't have a clarity, that's fine. That's what we are going to talk about today. By first quarter of 25-26, that's great. 5 lakh at least monthly. Got it, Jyoti? Now that, and from when you want to start it, Jyoti? Generate 1 million USD of revenue in FY 25-26. Okay. End of what? What month? If you can write, that will be great. Sajid. It is for you. It is for you. If you go back and read what you have written, right? See, when you have that clarity, right? I want to achieve ABC by March 2025. When you have that, 50% of your goal is achieved because you're so damn clear that I want to do this. Now, just that, you have to work backward. How many of you agree with me? If you're not agreeing, say no, not agreeing. That's fine. It's a very open webinar. It's a non-judgmental webinar. All right. You are free to say whatever you want to say. It's not like you have to agree to me or accept whatever I say. Nothing like that. You have your own freedom to do, say whatever you want to say. All right. Say or imagine this, okay? This happened today, which means whatever you have put it here. How would you be feeling right now? Someone told 2 crores. Someone said 5 lakhs month on month consistently, right? Secondary source of income. What's your feeling? How does it make you feel? Consider right now it had happened. And you're sitting here to share that with me. Ma'am, you know what? This is what I have achieved. Cloud9, all right, got it. Good. Rohan, you want to escape from mobile addiction by when you want to do that? Put a date. Sorry for my camera. Actually, it's not working. Let me just log in from the other device. Yeah, go on. Let's not, pause it. I feel stuck one place, but want to move ahead and get whatever I want. Got you. Somebody said good, just good. Extreme, one is cloud nine and one is good. How would you feel when you achieve that? How would you feel when you achieve it? Pretty good. Anyone else? Fantastic. Okay. Yeah. So I got it. Super happy, happy, fantastic, brilliant, brilliant. Now let me ask you one question. How is it right now for you?
Recording in progress.
How is that right now for you? Can you see me? Am I visible? Just a minute. Okay. Am I visible now? Am I visible? Yeah. Got you. Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. So how is it right now for you? Which means whatever you want to achieve right now, what state is it in? What state is it in right now? You may say, I don't have a clarity. Or is it something like, you have it here, you don't have it on paper? Planning is not right there. And, planning is there, execution is not started. Is it something like that? What is it? What state is it in right now? Okay, you don't have clarity and less confident, distraction. Okay. Pankaj, I got it. It is echoing. Yes. Give me just 1 or 2 minutes. I'm just figuring out what needs to be done. I have to change my laptop now. I probably, it may take some time. Yeah. Is it clear now? It's not echoing now, right? Can you make me host? Okay, co-host. All right. I think we're good now. Sorry for that. हिंदी में बताओ, हमें इंग्लिश नहीं आती। नरेंद्र जी, आई गॉट यू। मुझे इतना हिंदी नहीं आती है, क्या करूं? मुझे उतना हिंदी नहीं आती है। आई मीन आई विल ट्राई। थोड़ा बहुत मैं कोशिश करती हूँ बात करने के लिए, ठीक है? Okay, so my question was, how is right now for you is, it is there in my mind, but I don't know. I mean, I haven't yet put it on the paper, or I have it in the paper, but I haven't yet started the execution. Or even if it is not in my mind, but I have a vague idea of what needs to be done. So how is it? Or I know I'm doing, but there is a procrastination. I keep procrastinating. Okay, tomorrow, let's start next month. 2026 से start करेंगे हम January से. Is that so? What state is it in? 20%, 30%, 40% complete. Or I start and, I become lazy, I stop it. It is not about you when I say it's you. It's not about you when I say I, it's not I. There is something else which is driving us. There's something else which is driving. Relationship problem, can't concentrate in my overall goal. Got that, Siddharth? And thanks for being so open about it. Yeah, it takes something, right? Anyone here, what state is it in? It's very important to know that. That's why I'm asking it repeatedly. It's very important. What state is it in right now? Lazy and distraction, frustrating, got you. How does that make you feel? मैं बहुत कोशिश करता हूँ या बहुत कोशिश करती हूँ लेकिन नहीं हो पा रहा है, बहुत प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन आता है, बहुत मोबाइल देखती हूँ, lot of distractions, focus नहीं कर पाती हूँ, जो whatever reason, how does it make you feel? I know that all of you have a big desire, right? You want to achieve something, isn't it? As though this is the only life I have. You really want to achieve and you're all committed, but there is something which is not allowing you to do it. And when that happens, how does it make you feel? Okay, angry, got that? Overthinking and I stuck. Okay, game addiction, Rohan, I got that. Timing and execution is not being perfect. Now what is the gap do you see? Thank you very much for responding to this question, and this is really really critical to answer this. Okay, if you some of you, if you have not answered this, please do it and write it in a pen and paper, because moving forward, whatever discussions we are going to have, you are going to apply that to these questions what I have so far. Okay, all right. So let me share my screen. Just a minute. Yeah. So we saw, now what is the gap do you see between what you want to have or what you desire to have, or what is right now for you? What gap do you see between what you desire and what's right now for you? What's that gap? Anyone can take a guess. And that is the gap which we are discussing today. And when you fill the gap, success becomes very easy for you. It's just a cakewalk. Action is missing. Got it, Prasad? Anybody else? Personality change is missing. If you, Dinesh, you think that once that is there, once that is present, this becomes possible for you. The result what you have want to achieve is becomes possible for you. That's what you mean. I got it. Overthinking to take action, Jyoti. That is what you mean. Consistency is missing. Brilliant. Now let me ask you one question. If you already know that this is missing, consistency is missing. When I bring in the consistency, I achieve whatever I want to achieve. Personality change is missing. When that I bring in, then that is, that my goal is possible. Lack of motivation. When motivation is present, then I can achieve my success. If you know that already, there are lots and lots and lots of videos, resources which are available on the internet. Agree with me? Do you see that there is nothing? I mean, I don't see this one on the internet. Every damn thing is available right now. I mean, nowadays in this era. Then why is it not possible for the people to go and read and follow that?
Why is it not possible? Or have you tried that even? Have you tried that? Say, for example, people know how to reduce weight. They have multiple ways of reducing weight, right? I mean, intermittent fasting, detoxification, blah. So even knowing that, still they're not able to reduce. Why? Tried that, Jyoti. Got that. Disciplined lifestyle. Uh-huh. There is something beyond all this. Implementation is missing. Uh-huh. Got it. There is something beyond all that. Whatever you're saying is right. Absolutely right. But there is something beyond all that. If that is there, whatever you have written here, right? L- Lack of motivation. When motivation is present, concentration is missing. When concentration is present, then I can achieve. All that becomes possible. So, what is that one thing which is missing here? Anyone? Habits. That's right. Mindset. We have skills. If we don't have skills to achieve something, what we can do? If we don't have skills, what we can do? We can go and acquire it, isn't it? We can go and acquire it. Qualification, if we don't have qualification, we can still go and acquire it. Knowledge, of course. But what we cannot acquire is mindset, because it has to be consistently applied and practiced. And first of all, to practice something, we have to see whether it is a right mindset or not. So how do we do it? There are a lot of techniques which I'm going to talk about. Couple of them I'm going to cover in the webinar. Replacing the limited belief or belief system. And how do we do that? We are going to talk about one powerful NLP technique, which is called iceberg mindset shift model. It's very powerful. So that's what we are going to talk about. Yeah. So, mindset, do we have a right mindset to achieve what we want to achieve? So, if you consider the entire circle here, what I have shown, and a piece of that only is what? Is the skill, qualification, knowledge. Rest, all of it is the mindset. If the right mindset is there, then whatever skills, qualification, knowledge is there, you are going to apply them, practice it consistently, yeah, and achieve what you want to achieve. There is a saying, okay, you can move mountains. You can move mountains with the right mindset. What does that mean? Which means that mindset needs to be constructed. It needs to be constructed. Okay. All right. So let's talk about what is the success formula. What are the important pillars to cause success? And what kind of a mindset one should have so that success becomes a cakewalk and you enjoy causing the success. Okay. So before that, let me just introduce myself. My name is Nandini. I'm a goal accountability coach, career and business excellence coach, NLP practitioner, entrepreneur. So I have put it here. For past 6+ years, I have helped 3,000 plus individuals to achieve their success by breaking their barriers. When I say breaking their barriers, the barriers is what we are going to talk about in a while. Okay, stay tuned here. And when we break that barrier with the help of replacing the limited beliefs or the belief system, which is existing belief system, anyone can cause the results such as more confidence, high paying job, promotion of your choice, multiple sources of income. Jyoti said she wants to have a second source of income, 5 lakhs per month. Yeah. So, and ultimately, peace of mind. All this becomes possible. Worked with 5 organizations, over 50, 16 plus years of experience in IT industry. Currently, I'm associated with Dell Technologies. Married and blessed with 2 angels. I live in Bangalore. And I'm part of Srigandha Foundation, where we visit schools during weekends. And, we give talks about health, hygiene, sports, culture, and livelihood, some personality development classes for the high school and college kids. That's what I do, as part of social service. All right. So these are some of the recent wins, pictures, rewards, and recognitions which I have gotten. I just thought of sharing with you. These are the testimonials from the clients whom I'm working with right now. Yeah. And there are video testimonials also. Let me not uh, play everything because of the time constraints. Let me just show one or two.
Tell me, Narendran, how you were. You were just thinking about business. Yo. Okay, before coming to this course, first or second session, right? There was no clarity as to how to reach out to people and all that. Now, how are you? Can you tell me about that?
Yeah. So this 40 calls, what I made last week itself, I would say it's because of your driving factor only, man. So you hold me accountable because earlier I didn't have this much rigorous calling thing. So I used to make just few calls, 5 or 10 calls I used to make, and whatever is the outcome, I used to be satisfied with that. I just move on. But now I feel that now I am desperate that okay, I given my word that I have to make 40 calls. So I am sticking to that process. Though there are a lot of work around me, office work and personal work is there. Still, I'm thinking how I could keep up my word, so how I could achieve making 40 calls. So I'm finding some time and utilizing the time to keep up my word. So this kind of thing was not there before, before
Okay.
the job.
So,
Just to let you know, this person is a professional, and he wanted to start off with a secondary source of income for earning 3 lakhs per month. That was his, success for him. So that's why he joined. And within just 4 weeks of time, he cracked 4 clients. Just within 4 weeks, 4 clients. So this is what was possible for him. So you got to, and how did it become possible, by the way? How did it become possible? So he completely worked on mindset shift. Completely. Okay. So we are going to talk about that couple of, as I already told you, couple of the tools and techniques which I'm going to discuss. All right. So let me, you know, continue this. Let me share my screen back. Yeah. So our presence is in LinkedIn. We are on LinkedIn. Divinesuccessflow.com is the website. You can check later. We are present in Facebook. So this is where our presence is. Later, you can go and check if you need any more details of this. All right. So now let us come to the core topic of today's webinar, which is success. Success masterclass. Okay. So I asked you the first question in the beginning of the session that what success mean to each one of you. And we got a lot of responses and all are valid, right? Now, I want to make a radical statement here. Do you understand what is radical statement? Anyone here? What is the meaning of radical statement? Anyone here? What is the meaning of radical statement? Which doesn't fit into the existing mind or whatever thought you have. It doesn't fit. That's called as radical statement. So the radical statement is success is, fill that for me. Success is I mean, anything, whatever comes to your mind. Conviction, okay. Anyone else? Success is possible, okay. Success is result. Achievable, a continuous process, growth path. All right. So let me make that statement here. Thank you very much. It's a mindset. Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Thanks for responding to that. So let me make the statement. Success is fearful. Success is fearful. We've been talking about this since 40 minutes now. Yeah, 40 minutes. Success is achievement, mindset, it's happiness, all that. Now it's fearful. Oh my God. Now what? Why did I say that? Now I want to, think for yourself, okay? And when I say it is you, it is not you. We are coming there. It's not you. Who you are is, you want to really achieve what you want to achieve. Unconditional smile. What that, Rabindranath, I didn't get that. I mean, what context or Kamlesh says confusion, okay? So why? Because people think that I have to do a lot, which is more work. Success means I have to do a lot of work. That's what it is fearful. How many of you agree with me? I don't feel belonged. I'm kind of different. Say everybody in the family are going for a marriage function and you say that no, I have some work so I can't come. So it's like, oh, you are now big man, you are a businessman, you are an IT professional, you are a director of the company, so you will not have time. I don't feel belonged. People expect more once I succeed. Yeah, when you start climbing up the ladder, whether it is in business or in your profession, people start to, they start expecting more. Maybe it is your family members or relatives. Oh, you know what? You're now senior director. Now, when are you going to become a VP of the company? People expect more. Oh, your turnover is 2 crores. When are you going to have it as 4 crore? And what happens? That's why it's a fearful. I can't go down. I should keep climbing up always, and it is very exhaustive. I feel exhausted. I feel tired. Can't I take break? So when you're doing all this, when people are doing all this, for whom they're doing it? Can you see the definition of success? That's why I told you it's a radical statement. I have to do a lot. Looks like a burden. Instead of enjoying, people end up taking it as a burden. Why you are not going after success is because this is what you are making success mean. I have to put in a lot of effort. I have to put in more time. I can't give time to family. I cannot balance my personal life. It is so exhaustive. 10-20 साल ऐसे ही गुजर गए, अभी गुजरने दो ना, अभी 10 ठीक है चलेगा, एनीवेज आई एम सर्वाइविंग ना, चल रहा है ना, राइट? Yeah. So now, how do we make this? How many of you can identify this in your life? Type in I in the chat. Any one of these, or all of these, or two, of any combination of these. Got it, Lalitamba. Got that. And nothing wrong about it, by the way. At times, even I feel stuck and I go to my coach. So who's there for me is my coach. I take up bigger games in life, and then, I feel like I am stuck now, and I go to my coach. Then, there where he shows me, keeping a mirror, that, this is your barrier and this is your blockage. Now we have to remove that. We have to work on that. Got it, Rohan. Got that. Thanks for responding. So how many of you are enjoying the webinar? How many of you are enjoying the webinar? Got it, Harshika. So are you ready to get out of this? Are you ready to overcome this? So let's consider that this is a time to add a new meaning to success. Can we do that? Can we do that? Yeah, everybody ready? Fasten your seat belt. You want to stretch a bit, take 10-15 seconds, just, stand. Wherever you're sitting, please stand up and, just move your hands, stretch a bit. 10-15 seconds. That's great. We prepare right before the roller coaster ride. Yeah, we prepare, right? We're preparing for that now. Thank you. All right. So let us discuss what are the different ingredients or 5 major pillars of the success. Let's define our own meaning to success so that it becomes a cakewalk and, you achieve what you want to achieve. How many of you are ready? Type in ready in the chat. I will move to the next slide. Only if I get 20 ready, I'm going to move forward. I got 6. Okay. Don't send me personally, type it here. Okay. Aishwarya is saying ready, ready, ready. Got it. I got you. I got you. You're curious to know. So nice. All right. So, how the human brain is divided. How the human brain is divided. If you consider this is a brain, this is how it looks like. I mean, the second picture when you're seeing. So look at me, my hand, what I'm showing here. This is the human brain, okay? And this part of the human brain is called the survival zone. It's called as survival zone. Most of us, 99.9% of the times, we take decision from here. What happens here is, judging, manipulation, yeah, comparison, jealousy. It's a survival, basically. It's a survival. And there is the next session, the next part of the brain, which is zone, we call it as, this is a realization zone. This is a realization zone. Many of us, we go here and all of a sudden, the survival zone pulls us back and we again come back to this zone. Once you cross the realization zone, there is a last, this part is called as miracle zone. It's called as miracle zone. There where people cause miracles. Miracles are possible. Magic can happen there. How many of you have seen this, that, your own cousin, your own sibling, sister, or your own friend who has reached heights and you are stuck in the conversation or, in a thought that why am I not able to move the ladder so fast what he or she is doing? How many of you? And there is nothing wrong about it. I do that, okay? There is nothing wrong about it. Again, when I say you, it is not you. We will come to that. All our mistakes or non-productive work is happening as we are taking action from reactive part of brain. How many of you are getting what I'm saying here? Yeah. So now let me ask you a question. You are sitting wherever you are sitting, on the chair, in your seat. Where is your mind now? How many of you are thinking about the past? Something happened just before the webinar, when you're leaving from the office. And how many of you are, already in planning the future? What I have to prepare for kids, what time I should go to sleep. I have 2 more meetings to attend. Or I have to finish off this particular reading. So all that, is that you? All that, whatever I told you, either you're thinking about the past or planning about the future, is that you? So there is always, which goes on here in the brain or mind. It's like if I fail, I look bad in front of people. Who's that? I should never look irresponsible. Who's that saying? Who's saying that? Is that you? Yeah. So there is something called a chatterbox which is sitting here. If you carefully listen to that, it's a chatterbox which goes on speaking. Kitch, 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 always. 24 bar 7, 365 days. And whatever. Till our last breath, it is there. From the time you wake up till you go to bed, it is there with you. And it is saying something and you are following. That's why I've been telling since that when I say it is you, it is not you. It is the chatterbox what I was referring to. So how many of you think that you're living a life of slave? Remote control is given to that chatterbox. You say that, okay, whatever you say, I will do. The driver's seat is given to the chatterbox. So when you start taking the control of that, that's where anything and everything is possible in life. Somebody says something, you get triggered. Somebody laughs, you think, oh, he or she is laughing because he is looking at me and laughing. So always the control is outside of you, either with the situation, circumstance, or the other people. They trigger the remote control button and you just react. Take back your remote control. Take back your driver's seat. It's your car. It's your car. It's your life. Who else knows better than you to take your life the way you want? What is the destination? It will look at your past and say, you're not capable. You will not even attempt to take the next step. How many of you are resonating with what I just said? It will look at your past and say, you're not capable. And you will not even attempt to take the next step. अरे चलो यार, last time वैसे ही हुआ था ना, ठीक है चलो. I don't think it is my cup of tea. मेरा फेट ही ऐसा है तो हम क्या करें? मेरा हॉरोस्कोप में ही ऐसा है तो हम क्या करें? मेरा लक ही ठीक नहीं है. आप में से कितने लोग ऐसा करते हो? Again, I'm saying it's nothing wrong. Now that the time has come for you to distinguish that it is not you, it is something else which is driving. Imagine for a moment that you're given a full permission to live and achieve anything you want. What all will you take on? All the worries, everything, पूरा मतलब side में रखो. You have an opportunity in front of you to achieve anything you want. भगवान आके ना एक ये दिया है, मैजिक वॉन्ड. चलो, क्या चाहिए? Imagine all past is removed. All constraints are gone. You're with yourself. What becomes possible? Take a moment, write down in the book. What becomes possible when all your past is removed? There is nothing to compare. Past ही नहीं है ना compare करने के लिए. अरे last time ऐसा हुआ था, मेरा business में loss हुआ, अभी मैं नहीं शुरू करूंगा. नहीं है, past ही नहीं है. तो first time the way you started with such an excitement, that's the person you're going to become. Agree? All constraints have gone. Last time, मैं कुछ करने गया, I went on to the stage to give some speech. People laughed and अब मैं नहीं करूंगा, नहीं चाहिए मुझे. I got humiliated. Past ही नहीं है compare करने के लिए, तो how can you start afresh? What becomes possible? Dinesh, exactly that's what I'm talking about. Some limiting belief pull us back. Consider कि limiting beliefs ही नहीं है ना. Consider करो कि वो नहीं है. You landed on this planet today for the first time. How will you be? छोटे बच्चों को देखा है आपने? छोटे बच्चों को देखा है? मतलब they're so happy, they're so, self-expressive. Whoever comes home, they treat them so well with smile. I mean, because they don't have the past amount of past we have. And we are the one, we teach them, ye mat karo, wo mat karo, usse baat mat karo, isse baat mat karo. You know, that identity formation jab hota hai na bachchon ko, we teach them. We. And our parents have taught us. And that is how the society is there. How many of you are ready to free up yourself from your past? Type in ready. Got you. Thank you. So it's like all this what we discussed, right? Somebody else is controlling your, you have given your remote control to that. So that is the chatterbox. So now coming back to this, when you move from the survival zone to the realization zone, that is where you are started to think intellectually. So one of the major pillar of this success is intellectual thinking, which means moment by moment you are catching yourself that, oh, you know what, this is my past which is coming, this is my chatterbox which is comparing this with the past, and it is not allowing me to go forward and do whatever I want to do. मेरा गोल तो ये है, लेकिन कोई बोल रहा है मुझे कि मत करो, लास्ट टाइम तुम फेल हुए थे, अभी फिर से होगा. So when you actually start realizing that, that is called as intellectual thinking. So that's the first pillar of the, or first ingredient of the success. And all this is possible only by you. I mean, the individually when you want to do it. How many of you are trying, or still practicing the mindfulness meditation or affirmations, law of attraction, manifestation, and still it's not working? Still it's not working. Got it. Got it. And thanks for being so open, Aishwarya. I really appreciate that. Thanks, Rohan. Why do you think? Why do you think it doesn't work? So who is practicing that? Let me ask this question. Who is practicing that? Chatterbox is practicing, not you. It's not you, Sabina, it's not you. It is the chatterbox which is practicing that. And how it will practice? It practices the way it wants. Again, comparing that with the past. Because, you are driving, looking at the rear view mirror, and you're getting stuck. Your future has not yet happened. Anything can happen in future. Got it, Dinesh? So the next ingredient is, how many of you want to master? Let me ask this question before I go. How many of you want to master your emotions? You catch yourself. I mean, for example, if you are in front of the boss and something happens, you just react instead of responding to him, and the whole chaos happens, mess happens. How many of you want to have a control over your emotions? Mhm. Can I say something? If something happens in the body, for example, if the leg is paining, body communicates to you through the pain. Why it pains? Because it is telling you, it is conveying a message to you that, hey, you know what, please take care of this because it is paining here. Okay? Yeah. There is a language for the subconscious. Your subconscious tells you something through emotions. Physical body, mind. When I say mind, it is subconscious. Physical body में कुछ होता है, कुछ पेन आता है या कुछ मतलब if it is tingling sensation कुछ भी, वो through the sensation or through the pain it is telling you, so immediately you have to take an action. अगर मान लो कि आपको पता ही नहीं चला कि वहां पे पेन है, it can become a bigger issue. So I keep telling my clients, right, whenever there's a pain, don't blame the pain. अरे यार मेरा पैर फिर से दुख रहा है, अरे यार मेरा knees. No, first thank it, because that is how you got to know that there is something. So it's an opportunity for you to treat that. And body actually conveyed you the message that, there is something wrong here, something unusual. Please treat me. Beautiful, right? And what we do, we complain. अरे मेरे knee में दर्द हो रहा है. Similarly, subconscious. So the language of the subconscious is what? Emotions. Through emotions, it will tell you. So emotions को दबा के नहीं रखना है. That's where we call it as, self-expression. Emotions को, you got to be present to the emotions. Why am I behaving like this in front of my boss? Why am I behaving certain way in front of my wife? Why am this way in front of my kids? If you master your emotions, nothing like it. Master your emotions, take control of it. It will allow you to go to the subconscious mind, and reprogramming of the subconscious happens. If this is not happening, if the control of, mastering the emotions is not happening, it is impossible to reprogram your subconscious mind. When I say reprogramming, you are disrupting the actual pattern right now. Feeling low self-worth, incapable, useless, undeserving. All this is game of emotions. How many of you? इतना सन्नाटा क्यों है? Why is it so silent here? Are you guys thinking something or resonating with what I'm saying, agreeing, disagreeing? You're free to express yourself. Got it, Dinesh. Mastering your emotional intelligence. Yeah. Can we go to the next one? Now I want, before we go to the next one, whatever you have written that in next 90 days I want to achieve, how much your chatterbox is at play, how much you are master of your emotions in that area of your life. I want you to just take a moment and look into that. Thinking about reprogramming of subconscious mind. To reprogram, first you have to understand what is the existing program. रविंद्रनाथ जी, पहले हमें पता लगना चाहिए कि एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोग्राम क्या है, बाद में उसको हटा के ना हम नया प्रोग्राम डाल सकते हैं उसमें. How do you free yourself from emotions? Is not by suppressing or making wrong or avoiding, but to experience fully all emotions, experiencing it. Okay. So everybody done that, what I asked you to do? Did you go back to your result, what you want to achieve? And that's the self-expression, Aishwarya. Cry. Don't suppress it. Experience it. And express in language. Express that in language. I got you. I understood what you said. Okay. Let's say that in your home, one of your family member asks you to go to the medical shop and get some medicine. Now, what do we do? What do we do? First thing, what do you do? So before even you walk to the medical shop and actually got it, Pranay, actually get the medicine, there is an entire process which happens in the mind. How does that happen? What is that? It's like you are still there and you're already, in your mind, you're asking for the prescription, you're collecting the prescription, you're wearing a jacket, you're wearing shoes, collecting the key, opening the door, you know, getting down the steps, you know, car or bike, you took that, went to the shop, gave a prescription, collected the medicine, paid the money, brought the medicine back to home and gave it to whoever asked for. So this entire sequence of whatever the sequence of process or actions what you took, you're still there, you haven't yet started, but already that movie is going on in your mind. And did you feel stuck anywhere here when I told you this? Did you feel stuck? How was it for you? When I was telling this, you're wearing chappal, you're going there, picking up the bike key and all that. So did you stuck anywhere? No. Because you are so clear. You're so clear that where to go, what to do. Did anyone think, will I be able to do it or I can't do? Was there a question on your capability that can I get the medicine or not? Was there a question about your capability, self-worth here when this happened? Not at all. You are 200% sure that, this is where I'm going to do it. And it already happened in your mind before even you stepped out. That's called as mental rehearsal. That's the mental rehearsal. And just notice you never stuck anywhere in this entire process. It was so easy. And you did a mental rehearsal, then you just are doing accordingly. Now you've started from home, you picked up the key, then went and fetched the medicines. If that is not available here, you go to the next shop. So you got it. It was so clear for you. But if I ask you to do what you wrote earlier, you said you're stuck. Why is that? Why is that? When asked the question, what's the desired result you want to achieve? Some of you replied or responded saying, I'm stuck. Why you're stuck there? And here we just did a small exercise and it was so free and you're just going with the flow process, right? So, how many of you are sure shot that that's what I want to do? And you have already started doing the mental rehearsal about what you want to cause, what you want to achieve as a goal. That's why a couple of questions I repeatedly asked, you know, specific, be specific. Because mental rehearsal is missing. That's why you feel stuck. All right. So let me tell you something. Mind is not trained to think what we say. Mind is not trained to think what we say. What it does is it always takes the experiences from the past. Then it teaches you, hey, you know, this is not the right way. This is not the right way. This is how you have to do. This is how you have to do. And we think that it is we. You think it is you, but it is not you. We are listening to mind. We are listening to what it says. If something is saying and you are listening, is that you? If something is saying and you are listening to it, is that you? Yeah. So the fourth pillar is be your word. Let us take the first one, which we spoke about intellectual thinking. And, you know, we just spoke about the different zones of the brain, right? So this is the survival zone. And I told you this is the realization zone. So if you want to move from the realization zone upwards, then the miracles are possible. So, but here, if you get stuck, then again, you know, it's on and off. I'm doing law of attraction, only 2 days it works, third day it doesn't work. I'm doing meditation, only 2 days I feel good, and the third day again back to normal. So you're going here, but the survival is pulling you back. So what needs to be done so that, you know, you move to the next level where, you know, the miracles are possible? What you're going to tell is, let me give an example. If I want to wake up at 5 a.m. morning every day, okay, first is let me see. You know, when I say, when I, first of all, let me promise to myself, or let me give a word to myself that I will be waking up 5 a.m. tomorrow. I gave a promise to myself. Yep. And then I keep an alarm. Alarm rings. And, you know, my inner voice, chatterbox says, hey, you know, it's okay. It's winter. You sleep some more time. Next, another 2, 3 months later, from April, you can start, blah, 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 blah. Whatever it says, it says. Hey, previously also you have done it, but you never woke up. That also it says. Now, as a matter of my word, because I have promised to myself, when I realize that it is just a chatterbox, it is not me. Who is me is have given a word to myself. Who is me is I want to wake up at 5 a.m. That's me. At the moment I realize that it's a chatterbox which is interrupting me, coming as an obstacle, I get up in the morning 5 a.m. and go for a walk. And once, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times, it comes and tells you the same thing. Hey, it's okay. You sleep, you sleep, you sleep. Sixth time, it says, oh, You know what? She is doing what she is saying to herself. There, how the reprogramming happens. Now the pattern got changed. Now, next time when you don't get up, it says, hey, you know what? Get up. It's 5 a.m. You have to go for a walk. That's the reprogramming. The first comes the realization. Then the, as a matter of your word, doing what is needed and required as per your word. Not falling for a trap of chatterbox. How many of you want to train your mind such that anything you say, it is now its job like a slave to go, right? And fulfill what you say. Mhm. That needs consistent practice. That needs, you know, embracing change. And most importantly, that needs a coach. As you're doing other activities, as there is a lack of consistency there, there may be a inconsistency here also. You remember when we were small, parents used to push us, okay, see, the neighboring kid has scored so well, you have to read. For by any means, they used to push us to score or go to school. If they weren't there, then I don't think, whatever we've studied so far, we wouldn't have done this. Yes or no? So, support from a coach or a mentor is always needed throughout the life. You see a big, successful people, film actor, actress, the athletes, everybody has a coach. I mean, what do you think? They don't have enough, or they are not successful people, or they haven't achieved what they want? No, everything is there, but still they have coach. Retired people have coach. And the last but not the least is responsibility. Being responsible, owning the things up, not to blame the circumstance, not to blame the situation, not to blame the other person. Say if I tell my boss that tomorrow I'm going to be there in the office at 11 a.m. and say I reach at 11:30. And when he asks, why are you late? There is a easy way to escape. Oh, traffic is too much, everywhere metro construction is going on. That's why I'm late. Instead, if I own it up, yeah, I got that. I came late. I said that 11 o'clock I'll be here, but I'm not. I own it up. And I will make sure that from tomorrow, whatever is needed and required, I'll take care of it and I'll be here 11 a.m. That's the responsibility. That's owning up. So, how many of you will continue working in your jobs, even if money is not given? They say we don't give money, we don't pay you, you work for us. Do you do that? Got that. Okay. So these are so how much responsible, how much you have owned up in an area, what you want to achieve the result. So responsibility is doing for no reason. Responsibility is doing for no reason. But as a matter of your word, you're going to do it. Okay. So let me cover the iceberg. I think I will be taking another 10 more minutes after 9:10 on maximum 9:15. Is that okay with all of you? Because I want to cover an important topic. Got that. Thank you. So, how many of you want to conquer these 5 ingredients and be free and live a life like a child? Live a life. I'm saying live a life like a child or a kid. How many of you? No constraints. Your constraints are taken away. Your past is taken away. Nothing. You're just born in this beautiful world. And you have abundant resources available in the universe. You have abundant of money. You have abundant of resources. Fully capable. Nobody is there to question. Nothing to compare about the past. That is exactly how you conquer these 5 ingredients. Got it. Got it. So, some of the mind power techniques which actually help you do this is NLP techniques. One technique I'm going to discuss. Iceberg mindset shift model. Brilliant, most powerful technique I have ever seen. Law of attraction, manifestation, affirmation, treasure map, journaling, subliminal messages, visualization, consciousness writing, and many more. These are all the mind power techniques which will help in an order when you do, which will help you to conquer the 5 pillars of the success, which will allow you to live like a child, think like a child, be like a child, happy all the time. You will start doing what you like to do, no constraints. So how many of you want these kind of a techniques in your life and you inculcate them in your day-to-day life? Okay. All right. So the next thing is, who can learn these mind power techniques? Who can learn this? So this is you know a goal. As I'm a goal accountability coach, this is the kind of goal I ask my clients to set. If you see in detail, week wise, day wise, what is that they're doing, how much they're progressing. Of course, this is after they go through all the mind power, power techniques. Once they go through the mind power techniques, they themselves will come and say, ma'am, I want to modify my goals because now I know my capability. Now I have expanded. I know what's my capability is. Before this, I was skeptical about myself. I'm not good enough. But now I think that I can achieve more than. So can I, change my goals? Can I stretch my goals? We call it stretch my goals. And this is how I guide them. This is how I handhold them. Everyday tracking. And it is tailor made for each and every person. It is different the way they're progressing. So, what is the role of a coach, you think? Accountability partner, week wise goal tracking, and hand holding. Consider if somebody is constantly, is there for you. They told you that, okay, you have a shoulder to cry upon. And, you have somebody who can validate you, who can handhold you, who can support you emotionally. How would that be? Then you doing it alone. How will you feel when you have that kind of a partner, accountability partner in your life, where you can share everything, constantly pushing you, raising the bar by making you realize your potential. This is not you, Sajid. You have more capability to go. If somebody tells you, keeps telling you that, how beautiful is it? I was like this, okay? Like, 9 to 5 job. After coming back home, you know, taking care of kids, blah, blah. That was my life. Then I took on this. Now, how did it become possible in the first place? Okay. So this is for who? So this I put just to show you that, one of my client has prepared this daily health. I mean, he's working on health. So this is what, the date wise he has put. First of month, I will eat the, so what he wants to achieve in every day of that month. That's what he has put. Beautifully has created. This is a creativity. And he says, after session number 2, I created this, ma'am, because something actually, stuck me that I have to do this in a different way. All right. So let's see, who is this for? Who can learn the mind power techniques? Who can apply? Who can conquer the success ingredients? You could be working professionals, students, housewives, go getter who are ready to embrace change. Yeah. And who are action takers. Individuals tired of procrastination and ready to take in charge of that. Those seeking clarity and direction in their journey. All right. So let me give an opportunity to all of you. So, how many of you want to book a one-to-one call, which is called as a clarity call, which is a 30 minutes complimentary call with me to discuss more about bringing the clarity of for your goal and want to discuss about your future or to cause success, whatever success mean to you at present. Okay. I cannot take that in the webinar because of the shortage of time. So there is an opportunity, and this is only for the first 5 people. I'm giving an opportunity for them to book a one-to-one call wherein we will discuss in detail what is that you're dealing with, what is your desired result, where are you right now. We will assess that and I will be providing a solution to that. All right. And I request only serious, committed people who really are keen in producing results. This is my request that only you can book a call. It is not a, casual discussion call. It's not casual discussion. It is not a chit chat call. It is, we are going to discuss your life there. We are going to discuss about your life, which is most important for you. What is that you want to have result as in next 90 days? That's what we are going to discuss. So only serious people. It's not just not a, usual call, I would say. Okay. And couple of protocols I want to create before I post the Calendly link. First is please be on time. It's again a request. Please be on time. Let's respect mutual time. And the second is be on video. I know most of you are not on video today. That might be a barrier. You really got to see for yourself what is it. Yeah. Reason may be anything. Let's address that. And then the third is, bring in one area of your life, specific area of your life to discuss upon. It's not like, I want a relationship, health, wealth, money. No, no, no. It's not that. One area is very specific. Okay, this is what I want in next 90 days period. And we are going to work on your goal. We are going to set a goal then and there. And then you'll get a clarity about that. All right. Okay. So give me a moment. Let me just paste that. So what you have to do is just click on the link and it shows the available time slot. Whichever time slot works for you, you just book that. Okay. All right. So let me again tell you the instruction to participate in the one-to-one call. Only if you're seriously committed to what you want to achieve, yeah, you book a call. Otherwise, I mean, another 10 minutes, the webinar will go. You be here, complete the webinar. And the second is be on time and be on video. Choose a quiet place where, we can discuss, no disturbance, no distraction is there. So that just 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes, which we are going to discuss most important area of your life. And, you will start to see the progress already happening in that area. You will start to see the progress there. So when you open the link, it'll ask you name, number, what is that you want to achieve. So some details, fill that and submit. If anybody is facing any issue, you can drop in your number and name here. I will ask my team to get in touch with you. Okay, so let's move forward. All right. So let's discuss about the iceberg mindset model. I know most of you are waiting for that. So let me tell a small story to you before we go ahead. When I was studying my engineering in the final year of engineering, we were doing a project work. Yeah. So many times I got an opportunity to present the project work to the professors. I never went forward to present that. I kept saying, I say that no, I can't do it. I don't want to. So better let somebody else take care of it. And I didn't know why it was happening in the first place. So I was thinking, okay, fine, I come from a small village, maybe I'm a little fearful about it or whatever. Next, when I joined my job, in my first job, again there was an opportunity for me to address the leadership team. I said no, I can't do it. Then when repeatedly this same pattern was happening or repeatedly it keeps coming, then my manager told, there is something, you have a very good gesture, you have good communication, but why still you're not coming forward to present? People are dying to, showcase the visibility to the leadership team, but why are you not like that? So can I suggest you something? He said. I said, okay, I want you to go and meet one person, just talk to him casually, and he's my friend. I said, no, I don't want to speak to any strangers. Again, that is the pattern which kept coming repeatedly. I never wanted to speak to strangers. I never wanted to. Such a fearful person I was. Then, finally he said, no, you got to go. Yeah, I promise you nothing will happen. You just go and just one conversation with him. Then I went and I go and meet him finally. Since then, my life changed completely. So what happened was, this iceberg mindset shift model is what he worked on, but that day I did not know that he is actually discussing about that. Question after question, lot of questions. Then I started discovering myself. Just to fast forward the story because of the time constraint, he told me one thing. Nandini, you know what, whoever is taking a decision right now is not 26-year-old. He's a 8-year-old girl. I'm like, what? Yes. So what happened? When I was 8-year-old, I got an opportunity to sing a song in front of a large audience in a school. I go to my culture teacher. I told her that, I want to give a performance. She's very happy. She said, yours is opening song and let's do it. And I practiced. How do we practice if something is there? Big event is there. In front of the mirror, how to stand, what kind of dress to wear, how do I hold the paper, everything. Finally, the day has come. You know, curtains opens up and lights all over. I see there are 200 plus people sitting in front of me. I'm like, oh, I'm trying hard to open my mouth. I'm not able to. Started shivering, tears rolling down. Finally, you know what? I peed in my pant. 8-year-old girl. In the front row, I had asked my close friends to sit so that, they see me singing and they applaud and all that. They started laughing at me. 8-year-old girl made a decision for herself for the rest of her life. What? As I am not good enough. Let me not go on the stage where larger crowd is there because people humiliate me. That pattern kept repeating in my engineering, in my professional life, everywhere till the age of 26 or till I met that godfather. If I wouldn't have met him, I wouldn't have been sitting in front of you and talking like this. That's for sure. Another decision she made for herself. What is it? Don't trust close friends. Because what my close friends did, they laughed at me, they humiliated me. So always I'm doubtful. If in my school, if somebody gives me, they prepare food and they come and give me, what my mom prepared, give me. No, no, no. So how did that one thing which impacted? It's called as childhood trauma. Trauma is a very big word. I mean, any incident which happened and it has a huge impact on your mind, and you think that it is not just that age, deciding that for the rest of the life and living in that constraints. So how did we how did that iceberg mindset shift model is being applied to this? Let me just take you through. I'll take just 2-3 minutes. So there is something called as behavior or actions what we take. Iceberg, everybody understands how the have you watched Titanic movie? What happened to the ship? Exactly, this was the thing which was there in front of them, and they couldn't see with the speed it was going. They couldn't control the speed, and it just hit. They were thinking that it's just a small, but underneath it was a huge ice, and it scratched the right side of the boat, and water started to fill in. It bent one side and finally broke in the middle. And though they were able to save some 500 odd people, 1,500 plus people, you know, they died. So this is iceberg. Now the behavior is the way we respond or the way we react, the kind of actions we take. It is seen for others. It is seen, if somebody is seeing me doing something, that's what is the behavior. That's how I behave. Why am I behaving that way is controlled by the underlying emotions and the thoughts. The way I was behaving when I was 8 year old or, further also was after that incident was fearful. If my manager asked me thrice, Hey, why don't you go? I'm like, I don't want to. You want to throw me out? You throw me out. I don't want to do it. That kind of a rudeness and reactive person I was. That's the behavior. And only few people can notice. And luckily, that manager was so good to me that, he realized it, he noticed it, and then only he sent to me to that, the person. And how it was actually, why that was coming? It is underlying thought. The thought which I had was, I am not good enough. I am not good enough. And what belief system was there underlying the thought was? The belief system was, one has to be a perfectionist. One has to be a perfectionist to go in front of huge crowd and present. I'm not perfectionist, so let me not go. And because of that, what was the thought? I'm not good enough. That was the belief. That was the limited belief I was living in. And what value it was fulfilling upon further is, if I'm not perfect, then I don't get belong to this society. People will corner me. People will corner me. So what are the values, or what are the needs of the society? I mean, human being is security, safety, acceptance, freedom. So these are all the needs. And when these values and needs are not met, and when the limited belief was that, I'm not, only a perfectionist can face audience, or he can go on the stage and perform. That was creating a limited thought in me, which was like, I'm not good enough. And accordingly, what I was behaving, the behavior was happening. So when I dig deep, he helped me replace my belief system. And then replacing the belief system started to give a different kind of thoughts, different set of thoughts. And then those thoughts, the accordingly the emotions, and those emotions actually started to show in my behavior. I started acting very confident. I was happy. I was, even though I get humiliated, I don't take it as humiliation. I take it as, feedback. That kind of a shift happened in my behavior. So, like this, every constraint I started to notice and work on this iceberg mindset shift model. I'm not saying that I'm perfect now. I'm not saying that I don't have constraint. I do. I do. What I do? Whenever I feel that I'm constrained by something, I go to my coach. I take his help. He works with me, clears that. That's why we call it as clearing the clutter, removing the blockages, reprogramming your subconscious, reprogramming your patterns. So all this is possible using mind power techniques. Okay. All right. So this is, with this, I am completing my webinar. And let me just paste the one-to-one link again, Calendly link again. There is one strong belief system. Okay. I was working with my client, and, she discovered we should never make mistakes was the limited belief. Always the belief is should not, has to be, kind of a mandatory or compulsion. That's the belief. She broke that. Now she's unstoppable. All right. Okay. So anyone wants to still go ahead with this one-to-one, please go ahead. Anybody wants to share anything? Let me give an opportunity. I have enabled unmute. facility in Zoom. So you can unmute yourself. And if you want to share something, if you want to ask anything, please go ahead and do it. And the webinar is complete. Those who don't have any questions, nothing to share, webinar is complete for you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much for staying with me till 9:17. Yeah. And I at least hope that, you will be applying these, whatever you have learned today in your life, every area of your life, not just, where you want to have success. Okay. Anybody wants to share anything? I'm here next 1 minute. Got it, Pranay, got that. Thank you. Thanks for being here. If nothing, can we close the call? All right. Thank you very much. Good night. Namaste. Bye. Take care.